What's going on YouTube? I'm back again with another video. This topic I want to talk about a documentary I just saw on today on PBS.org called Princess Shaw. It aired on July 17th on PBS. I got an email from a teacher. She told me, you need to go watch this video. It's a young artist, a young YouTube sensation. She went viral on YouTube, and now, she's traveling around the world and stuff like that. I was like, okay, I need to watch this video. So I watched this video, this documentary. It's about an hour and 10 minutes long. So it's a pretty good, decent length. Tell the story of a young woman named Shaw. I forgot. Yeah, she's really from Chicago, but she lived in New Orleans, and she sings. She writes all her songs, and she also does freestyling. And she talks about her story. She was living in poverty. She didn't have much. All she had was her clothes, TV, and her cell phone. She didn't have much, but she used what she got, and she made something out of it. She kept making YouTube videos, and then this guy from Israel, saw her videos, and he wanted to make instrumentals out of her singing, and she didn't know that he was doing that. Like, they never spoke to each other at all, so they didn't know each other, so they even never had contact with each other until the video uploaded, and then she went viral, and now she went from having like few views, like hundreds of views, to like having like 1,000 views, and now she has a million. Then she just have like a million views on YouTube, and then she got so viral to where she was featured on New York Times. She was she was all over all over the media, and the guy from Israel was like, hey, I want to take you to Israel, and she went to Israel, and her singing career just launched from there. She sung, she met him, they finally met in person, and her career just really just launched from there. Now you go to her channel. I mean, she don't have that too many subs. She only has like 1,000. She don't have that many. She has like a little under 1,500 subs, but her videos are just so powerful, and she tells her stories about being raped and being beaten. Like, her mom was the typical story you hear with a lot of, well, not really typical, but it's typical story you hear in a lot of black families, that a mom gets a boyfriend, the boyfriend's abusive to the kids, but that mom's too blind, to naive to see, and she ends up getting beat by her mom, and getting raped by this dude because she didn't want her sister getting raped. And it was just such a tragic story. Like, it was just so sad, because I was like, dang, but she dealt with suicide, depression, suicidal thoughts and depression. She really had what she considered a Cinderella story, and now she's famous. I mean, I don't think she's not quite out the hood yet, at least. But she's still, she's traveling, and her name is out there now. So what I think about this documentary was pretty good. If you guys, the documentary has been out for a year now. It was she was released in theaters back in 2016, so it's been out for a little over a year now. She's been she's been on the news. She's been on New York Times again. New York Times once again. I've seen it earlier. She's done a lot. To only have so little, and yet she's accomplished so much, with just not that many subscribers, and not much money, but she's able to accomplish so much, after all the hell she went through, in her childhood. And one of the things I got from the movie was that, that God will put, I was seeing the right people in your life. You just gotta have, faith. You just gotta have, trust that God will send you the right people. You just gotta, Stop worrying about, what you don't have, but use what you got, and just master it. And that's what she did. She used what she had. All she had was a Galaxy S3, I believe. Well, she mentioned she had an iPhone, but like, I think when you started, she had a Galaxy S3, and now she has like an iPhone, I think 6, yeah, iPhone 6, and what have you. So she didn't. So all she had was, like most people, was a smartphone. Like what I have. I'm not using a fancy camera. I'm just using my smartphone. But on TV, if you watch this on like on a big screen TV, it'll look like I would use a camera, but I'm actually using my smartphone to record these videos. And you know, and that just shows that it takes faith, it takes determination, it takes you gotta stop overthinking it. Like Roberto Blake said in his video, you're overthinking the rant. You gotta stop, worrying about what you don't got. Stop worrying about being perfect. Just worrying about and just worry about progression. Progression will come later on. Progression will come by doing. Instead of by waiting. Progression comes by doing. You gotta start. Everybody starts somewhere. Everybody starts from zero at some point in their lives. And right now I'm still, I'm not at zero, but I know that I have a long way to go to where I want to be. I have a long way to go. I said I said a couple of videos ago that I want to make 1,000 subs by the end of 2017. So I know I got a long journey ahead of me, but the journey's not gonna stop from there. That's not my main goal. So like when I hit 1,000 subs, that's just a start. That's saying that that my channel can grow. I can grow. I can get subscribers. It just is. I'm saying the reason why I put that goal so high is because I'm just seeing that how much my channel will grow if I do this. What I'm doing. Keep uploading daily. Keep uploading consistently. Keep uploading good quality videos. I want to see how much subscribers, how much views I will get. In the long run, if I keep doing this constantly and consistently, how much will it, benefit my channel in the long run? I mean, I know some YouTubers don't get those breaks that early. Some YouTubers takes years for them to hit 1,000, 2,000 subs. But I'ma still keep trying. Even if I just get 500 subs or even just get 100 subs by December 31st, 2017, I will still grind. I will still hustle because I know that with all the knowledge I received from Roberto Blake and with all the knowledge I received from other YouTubers, like there's no way my channel should be significantly better. In terms significantly grow over the next 5 months. No way. With all the tools I'm getting. I mean, of course I'm on a budget right now. But like once I really start getting money, and once I really start getting my camcorder, the camcorder I've been wanting, then that's when I really gonna start seeing, those big numbers come up. So, but anywho, I'm just like really proud of Princess Shaw for accomplishing her dreams. I mean, cause like doing what she did, going through what she went through, and being who she is, and being who she is today is just so awesome. I mean, she's just an amazing person. I mean, she's very human. I mean, she has a lot of scars in her life. She's very compassionate. I mean, when she did all her new videos, she talked about suicide. She was just like, man, y'all need to stop judging people, and y'all gotta stop condemning people to hell because you don't know what that person went through. And like when I heard saw that video, I knew that she had like a deep, dark past. And when I saw the documentary, it just told me like, wow, and it makes me appreciate things. It makes me, it just gave me, it makes me appreciate where I want to be. It makes me, look at things from a perspective of like, okay, if she can make it, by just living guess the projects, New Orleans, if she could do all that, have the one of the worst, I don't know, a horrible, having a horrible childhood experience, being molested multiple times, being beat by her mom. I mean, her mom was cool today, but like, man, just the fact that, so many parents would choose they loved ones, single moms, not bashing single moms, but so many, you see it's a lot in black families, they still choose, you know, they, boyfriend or, over their children, and you see how it affects children, psychologically and mentally. So, but seeing that she went through that and seeing where she is today, like it just shows that, hustle pays off. You gotta hustle, you gotta grind. You can't, just sit around and worry. I was that person. I was that person who said, man, like what he's saying, what you're doing is great, but like how can I get there? Because I didn't have a camera. I didn't have nothing else to record with but the cell phone, and that one recording with the cell phone, you had to keep deleting videos all the time. So I just decided, okay, let me record with using camera file. Let me see if I can use a live streaming app where I record videos and I can get them faster. And I found about Camify. I can record videos. I can use it at full screen, so I don't have to worry about just you just seeing my face. You can see the whole picture. It's HD quality, so it will look good on your flat screen TV, and it's just a very learn about thumbnails and and tagging videos. I mean, if she could make it just by having a good sing voice, and I'm doing, imagine if she was doing what Roberta Blake was saying, doing making tag lines and thumbnails. I mean, man, like so, and plus she has the talent of like, and plus she could sing, like she could sing. So I'm not gonna make no more excuses. And I'm gonna do what I gotta do to make sure my channel grow. I'm not gonna get discouraged. I'm not gonna let YouTube or my dreams keep me from living, keep me from living a purpose driven life, because I know Roberta Blake was talking about your passion, your purpose, and your and practicality. I want to master those three things. Because last year I was going through a rough period of my life, where I just like, man, I just felt like I've hit. I mean, I didn't hit rock bottom, but I felt like I felt like I wasn't really going anywhere. I felt like, yeah, I got these opportunities, but it wasn't really getting me nowhere. And that's how she felt in the video. So that's why I can relate to her in some way, because we both know we talented. We both know that we got the talent, but we just don't have the opportunities, and that could be very frustrating. But she knew that with YouTube, it'll get her exposure. She'll have a fan base outside of her hometown, and eventually she got discovered by somebody across the world, and now I see her, look at her video. She's like, she went to Boston, she went to other cities around the country. So it just shows that talent, hard work, and 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 networking all comes together, and that's why I'm thankful for YouTube, because YouTube is such an amazing platform. Some people have gotten famous off YouTube. Some people like Soldier Boy, Justin Bieber, Fred. Like, so many people got famous off of YouTube. I mean, people think that oh, just because you're internet famous, that means you didn't work hard. That's not true at all, because it takes a lot of grind to get you know you know famous off the internet. It takes a lot of dedication. It takes a lot of dedication, and it takes and you have to be chosen, because again, Roberta Blake says that not everybody's gonna hit a million subs. That's not everybody. You gotta not everybody's gonna hit 1 million subs. Not it's not necessarily because the person didn't work hard, but it's because it's just not it's just not meant to be. And like, that's why that's why I'm like that's why I don't fully focus. I mean, even though I want to get more subs, I'm still a babe in this YouTube community. I only had 10 subscribers. I've been on YouTube for a little over 6 months, so I'm still sort of new on the YouTube. But I know that with the with my spoken word videos, with videos like this where I'm like discussing topics, like I know that I'll eventually get to that place where I could travel, have gigs, and just have that God opportunity, because that and also showing that there's between a good opportunity and a God opportunity, because there are a lot of good opportunities I had. There are a lot of opportunities that I took that I consider good opportunities. Um, for instance, I went to this event in Lawrenceburg, North Carolina called Rock the Block. It was a church. It was a youth event for a church that I don't attend now, but I used to attend a couple years ago, and they had this event called Rock the Block, and it was really cool. I got to meet pretty cool people, and I met this lady. She was from Atlanta, and she was a CEO. She had her own film studio, and she was also a poet. So I felt like I could connect with her. And she was also a minister. So like I felt like she'd be the right person for me because she had all these credentials. Her story was very similar to like the lady in the video. I'm talking about Princess Shaw, but I was even subscribed to her YouTube channel. Because she had a YouTube channel. I mean, she didn't have that many subscribers, but she was pretty well known in her area. She knows Killer Mike. She knows people like Killer Mike. She knows Bishop Eddie Long when he was still living. So I felt like with her, she could have opened the doors to me. But after finding out her real motives behind what she was doing, like finding out that the way she came in wasn't right. My mom was telling me, my mom didn't really like her, and like my teacher was like, she's not the person you should, that's not to be trusted, and after thinking about it, and after really, looking at her, like, cause she has all these connections, but like she doesn't have great, she has good connections, but she knows a lot of people, but she doesn't have like what's the word I'm looking for? Relationships. That's what yeah, relationships. So that's why I couldn't because I was gonna go to Atlanta this summer. I was planning on going to Atlanta back in earlier this month, but I had to find out about who she who what her true moves was. It wasn't the right opportunity for me. And it really kind of hurt me because I was like, man, like, because this is not the first time this happened to me. Like I just like her, I had there were so many opportunities that wasn't for me, that wasn't meant to be. There were so many like going to, so many opportunities that wasn't for me, and that wasn't for me, and it just put me in a very and it just made me really rethink re you know rethink my whole life because I'm a man. God, I've prayed that this year is gonna be my year. It seemed like every time I get an opportunity, it's always conflict. Like every time I feel I'm going up, I'm back down here. Like, and it was just very frustrating. But like hearing hearing about just hearing her story just very was encouraged me to keep going on. That it's never too late. You're not. God has a purpose for you. There's a reason why you went through what you went through, and and that and that you don't have to and that you don't have to be you don't have to necessarily be, the most equipped, but you gotta be but you have to have the passion, you have to have the discipline, you have to have the dedication to doing what you do in order to get successful, you know. So with that being said, I get this documentary an A. It was definitely a solid an A plus. It was definitely great. It was definitely it was definitely inspiring, definitely touching. If you're a singer, or if you're, a rapper, or if you anything, or if you just, if you're anybody who trying to make it into, you know you trying not trying to make it into, fame, or you're trying to make it into an industry that's, very prestigious and very lucrative, and, you know this documentary will help you get there. I mean, it's inspiring, but it's also very practical, because it talks about, having your own agent. It's talking about, you know faith, and just talks about, just the hustle, it takes to get there. Even with YouTube, it's YouTube is a big place now. YouTube is so many people on YouTube. She didn't have a lot of subs, but, she hustled. She really hustled, and that's why she is where she is today. So, with that out the way, this is Mario Walker signing out.